Hey, welcome to the DEVONthink for Historians YouTube channel. My name's Avigail Oren, and I, along with Ada Barlat, have created DEVONthink for Historians, which is made up of three awesome online courses hosted on CourseCraft. The first is Database Foundations for Researchers, and that just teaches folks who might not be interested in DEVONthink or are PC users what their options are for creating databases to store qualitative data. And we also have the DEVONthink for Historians Starting Up guide and super user guides. In those, I created a database to demo out the tool, to demo out DEVONthink, that relied on what I called the mirroring the archive schema. So that was a hierarchy of storing my documents that mirrored the archive. The top level of the hierarchy was archive, then the next level of the hierarchy was the archival collection, and then boxes and folders. So if you're a historian, that probably sounds really familiar to you. I'm now about 6 months into a new project, and this project does not require me to use a lot of primary sources or archival sources. I'm mostly relying on secondary sources, journal articles, book chapters, websites, etc. And so what I wanted to do is actually show you guys a sample database I've built out of that larger database and give you a sense for what a topical schema can look like and how I use tags and other tools to organize my information, find it, and make connections that will be helpful when I'm writing this project. So let's move on to the screencasts. All right, so here is the sample database that I'm going to show you. You'll see the first folder is book recommendations. What I've done in here is created a sheet similar to an Excel spreadsheet or a Google sheet that allows me to record books and articles that I want to make sure that I think these are all books actually, that I want to make sure to come back to before I'm done with this project. This sheet template actually comes built into DEVONthink 3. You can go find it by hitting Actions, New from Template. It's in the Education folder, and then you go down to References. And you can see the columns come pre-populated. You are able to edit these if you want. But if you want to do something more specific or more customized, you can go either Actions to New or New Sheet. And that will allow you to add columns and designate what kind of data will go in the rows. I'm going to quickly delete this. Now let's take a look at my religion topical folder. So here is a book chapter that you can see I have annotated already. What I have done, what I did after finishing my annotation was to add a SuperAnnotation to this PDF file. A SuperAnnotation is something that Ada and I created for the DEVONthink for Historians Super User Guide. And it's a special template that makes it easy to record your citation information and send it into Bookends, which is a reference manager. And you can find out more about that by going over to our CourseCraft page for the Super User Guide and reading a little bit more about them. But I'll show you, this is what the large, the file looks like when it's enlarged. I usually will move these template files into their own annotations folder, but I wanted to keep it to show y'all. So what I do is, generally I create this super annotation and I show how to do that in the super user guide. Then I fill in my citation information, take my notes, export it over to Bookends. And then I'm done. I can say, all right, I know exactly what's in this chapter, Mining Men and Designing Women. Also in this folder, I have a journal article and a little page of notes and writing I've already made. The rest of my database is actually more geographic than topical, but you can see I have a mix of newspaper articles I've clipped using DEVONthink Sorter, which I love, and some other notes to myself. Here, Our Lady of the Rockies, this is actually related to some of the articles in the religion section. So what I've done, because I wanted to keep this note in the Montana folder, is I've added religion as a tag. And if I go and I click Reveal Tag, it will show me all of my religion-related documents in my database. You will see religion show up a couple of times. I have a number of databases open right now. You just can't see them. So that's why some tags are showing up multiple times. But now let's quickly go back. So I just wanted to give everyone a sense for how you can organize a database that might be more built out of or around secondary sources rather than archival sources, and how you can use a more topical or geographic schema to organize that data and then reinforce it using tags to create a secondary schema and find documents that you're looking for or that you might have forgotten you should even look for. So I hope this is helpful. Leave any comments down in the comments below, and we will do our best to answer them. And Ada and I wish you, all the best with your research endeavors. Thanks.